Hello everyone, Danny Gorilla here with Stampin' the Pink Barn, coming to you from a very overcast Tucson, Arizona. Welcome, Wendy. So yes, we have a dreary day today, but I will tell you guys that it was close to 75 degrees today. So crazy that it could be so overcasty outside with all these cloud coverages and everything, and then it still be 75 degrees. I'm not complaining, but it's just crazy. And then they say coming later this evening into tomorrow, we're going to be getting a winter front. So the weather down here is, I swear, it's kind of like bipolar. It's kind of like a woman. You never know what you're going to get day to day. Hello, Peggy. So yeah, just kind of fun. And you wake up, you never know what you're really going to expect until you just look outside. That's just the way it is. So did you guys do anything exciting over the weekend? I know me and my friend, we had gotten together. We went to the casino. There's a casino right down the road from our house. I went and I picked her up, and then we decided that we wanted to go out to dinner. So there was kind of a big celebration that we went out for. She had just found out that her one of her daughters is expecting. So she has so been wanting to be a grandma. She is a mother of 6, one of which is a boy. So she's got all these she's always saying, when am I going to be a grandma? When am I going to be a grandma? And so every holiday, like during the holidays, Christmas and Thanksgiving and stuff, when they're all sitting around the table, she's like, okay, which one of you guys is going to be the first one to give me a grandbaby? And so some of them are just like, yeah, no, that's not for me, and all of them are in college and going, well, she's got 2 that are still home in high school. One is about ready to graduate. The other one is still, I think she's a sophomore. And so the older ones are just like, no, we're too school orientated. It's just not a thing right now. So when her daughter told her she was pregnant, she was just over the moon. She immediately called me and she's like, nobody else knows. She's like, so you got to shut your mouth. You can't tell anybody. And so we went to the casino that night. We just kind of sat there. We just talked. And, and I told her, I said, yes, I have a granddaughter. And like I told you guys, we just recently kind of found out that my daughter is expecting another baby. Now, I have no contact with my daughter. We had kind of a disagreement about 3 years ago, and she just refuses. I've tried to reach out to her. She refuses to talk to me, so it is what it is. So her biological dad texted us and let us know on Christmas that she was expecting another baby. So it's just kind of wild, because I told her, I said, who would have thought that your daughter, who was friends with my daughter, roughly close to the same age, is now my daughter's expecting the second baby and she's expecting the first. So I told her, I said, I am so excited, because I didn't get to really go through those things with my daughter, because that's kind of where the breaking point was when I think I got to see my granddaughter up till she was about a year old. And then that's when everything kind of just fell apart. But it's kind of a weird thing. I don't know how to explain it. I think it's more or less, there comes that motherly, grandmotherly, woman intuition, where I almost feel like I knew that something was going to happen, and I didn't let myself get that close to my granddaughter. Which is for good reason now, because it's almost like something was protecting me and protecting my heart from what has gone on now. So it's just really weird, because that's what I told her. I said, well, at least I get to live it through her and her daughter, because it's kind of, me and my friend are so close that it's almost, I don't have siblings. So she's the closest thing to me having a sister. So, I call her kids my nieces and my nephew. And then she kind of considers mine, her niece and nephew. And she is my youngest daughter's godmother, I guess you would say. So it's just kind of wild how things happen. So I'm so excited for her. It is such a blessing. So yeah, there are so many fun things to be had. Even today, I was standing inside when I was getting ready for this video. I was like, I wonder what I should go buy for this baby. But it's so early and I don't want to jump the gun and be kind of out of place, I guess you would say. And that's kind of where she's at. She's like, I don't want to get my hopes up because it is so early in the pregnancy and then, you know, have something happen. And I was just like, you know what? It's all going to be good. Hello, Denise. Hello, Karen. Hello, Kay and Becky. Welcome, you guys. So yeah, that just kind of made my week. Her, you know, sharing that news with me. And so it was just really cute. I'm just over the moon happy for them. And so, what else did I wanted to tell you guys? Oh, I did want to let you guys know that I did post the QR code to my newsletter on my Facebook here where you guys are watching at, on my Facebook business page and my group page. I know you guys can also sign up for it if you're over on my blog, stampinthepinkbarn.com. On the right-hand side, there is a little fill-out form that says subscribe to my newsletter. You can do it there as well. Now, when you sign up to newsletter, what the heck does that even mean? That means that you're just signing up to my email where I will then send out my newsletters with the email. It's normally when new promotions are going live, I shoot out just a little quick email. I will normally try to put a email out that has this video that we are watching right now. I will try to link that in there and send that out. So if you've missed it live, then you'll be able to find it just right there. So it's just one of those things to just kind of keep you updated on Stampin' Up! Information and what's going on. Hello, Patty. So I wanted to share that with you guys. I have a list of things here that I did not want to forget to tell you. Also, if you're watching from YouTube later on, I do want to let everybody know that there are some big changes happening with Facebook coming up in a couple of months. I will probably, more than likely, it's not set in stone yet. It all depends on how the changes happen with Facebook. But I'm pretty sure I will be starting, not a definitive date yet, but just know that it's probably going to be happening within the next couple of months. I will be switching over to doing YouTube lives. It does make life a lot easier. Videos are a lot safer that way. And again, with the changes that are happening with Facebook, all of us who do Facebook lives are just kind of really, you know, on the fence of not knowing what's really going to happen. Now, they're saying all these things, but it seems like kind of a not so smart move on their behalf if they do that, but who knows? So I just want to let you guys know, and as we get closer and as I hear more and more information, I will get more of a date on when things are going to change. So I want to just give you guys FYI about that. Also, if you are watching this from YouTube, it is pre-recorded, it is already after the fact because I've now uploaded to YouTube. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I'm really trying to get my viewers up right now because when I do go live, also there's a little bell. Hit that notification bell. That will let you know whenever I am going live there or when I have uploaded a video. So like for instance, this video that you're watching right now, I have now uploaded to YouTube. Oh, you guys, I was telling you the other day, so last Monday, my husband's birthday was on Wednesday, and I was telling you guys that I had to go out and I had to try to find a red velvet cake. So the craziest thing is on Tuesday, Tuesday, my husband's birthday, me and my son had dentist appointments. So my son and I went into town, we went to our dentist appointments, and as we were leaving the dentist, I was like, okay, we can't forget, we have to stop and get Dad a cake. Well, then I was like, oh, well, maybe we should barbecue with our friends that I was just telling you about. Maybe we should barbecue with them But my husband actually went in and had he had his wisdom teeth removed. So there was no way in the world that he was going to be able to eat this steaks that I was going to do. But I was like, okay, I'm going to go get steaks anyways. We'll be okay. And so I went by Sam's Club. Sam's Club doesn't have a huge variety of things, but they have enough, right? If you guys have ever been to Sam's Club, it's kind of like Costco. And so I just stopped by there because it's been a while since I've been in there, and lo and behold, oh my world, you guys, they had the most beautiful, like this thing was just glowing, this velvet red cake with white frosting coming down the sides. It almost looked like what are those cakes called? Bundt cakes, I think maybe. It was just gorgeous. And how like weird is that Sam's Club, I don't think I've ever seen a red velvet cake at Sam's Club before. So how wild is it that we just happened to stop by there, and here is this gorgeous velvet cake sitting there. And as I've told you guys last Monday, I am not a fan of red velvet cake. Not too many people in the family like it, but he likes it. So that's why I was going to get it for him. And so we get home, and so the next day goes by, and we were like, okay, we can now do the steaks. And because I got steaks when we were there, we can do steaks and we can do the cake. Well, we all were like, okay, it's his birthday. He can't eat this cake by himself. It was huge. Like, it was ginormous. And so I was like, okay, I'm just going to start cutting it and start passing it out. If people like it, they like it. If not, and they throw it away, then oh well. And so we all like bit into this cake. It's like heaven in your mouth. It was crazy. It had these big like chocolate chips inside of it, which I was so not expecting. I don't think I've ever had a red velvet cake. Well, not that I go out and sought out red velvet, but the few times that I have gotten for him in the past, I don't think I've ever had chocolate in it. And so it was so good. I even told my mom, and my mom's on this eating healthy thing. But I told her, I go, you have to just at least try a bite of this. So I brought some over. I brought a plate of it over for my dad to have. And then I told her, I go, you just have to take a bite. Just a bite. You don't have to eat a whole slice, just a bite. And she did, and she goes, oh my gosh, because she's one of those who doesn't like red velvet either. So when she bit into it, she's like, oh my gosh, that is really good. And I was like, yeah, right? I think I might like red velvet now. Well, if it's like that. Hello, Linda. Hello, Courtney. So yeah, it was just, it all just kind of worked out so perfectly. I thought that was pretty awesome. And I had to share because I know I had told you guys that I had to go out and search for that. All right, I think we are ready to spin us around, and let me see what is going on here. Okay, just make sure I didn't forget anybody in there. All right, I'm going to get you guys, hello, Laura. I'm going to get you guys flipped around. We're going to talk about a few fun things that are happening in the Stampin' Up! World, and then we're going to get down to the beautiful, beautiful cards that I have created. And yes, they are beautiful. It is using an older set, but it is inside of the annual catalog. Because Valentine's Day is closely upon us, I wanted to do a card set that is featuring some Valentine's cards, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of you probably have this set. Laura, you are not very late. I started at 6 o'clock, so you are coming in. I've been live for what, 13 minutes now, so you just have caught us right in the beginning. Nothing important has started yet. So yeah, so the cards that I have created for you guys are all about Valentine's Day. I wanted to definitely get some cards out and share with you guys, because maybe you guys have this set. I'm sure probably a lot of you do have this set. And so you guys can recreate these cards and have some beautiful cards to send out for Valentine's Day. All right, so hold tight. I'm going to get you guys flipped around. If you get sick, please close your eyes at this point in time so you don't get motion sickness or anything, because we don't want to be sick while we're stamping. So hold tight. think I need to move my stand. Sorry, that was probably super loud because I was like yelling. Okay, I think we're straight. I think we're good. So those of you who have your eyes straight, you can open them now and we are good to go. So as you guys know, we are in the full swing of celebrations right now. So celebrations is when you earn free product for every $50 that you spend in my online store. And during celebrations, we always have an amazing join special going on. So for this is the last month of our celebrations. We have just gone into our second month. The starter kit special or special promotion for celebrations is amazing. So right now, it is $99 always for your starter kit, but right now we have two different options to offer you when you join the team. So you can either get the option one is the glass mat studio, which is what I am on right now. This is our glass mat here. And it has the silicone pad, oops, as I'm shoving lights everywhere, which holds your stamp pads. And it also comes with this little chamois, which is the most awesome thing to have because it really makes wiping this off really easy. It is made out of the same stuff as our purple chamois. It's just more of a rag to wipe things up versus this is like more thicker. So this is really, really cool. I just keep mine wet or moist inside of a stamp case. So it's just easy for me to use and then it doesn't dry out on me as fast. So that is option number one. You can get the mat and those accessories with it and then still get to pick your $125 worth of product for still that very, very low price of $99. So I want to let you guys know, as it says, access to new products first. What that means is, so right now, us as demonstrators, which you would be joining as being a demonstrator, happy shopper, discount shopper, business, whatever you want to do with your being a demonstrator. Right now, you will have access to some of those pre-releases that we have access to right now. So coming up at the beginning of next month, we are going to be having a whole new line of online exclusives. Well, as demonstrators, we can buy those ahead of time so we can start showing those items off to people and let you guys see what is to come. Now, when you come in to join the team, you will have access to purchase those items as well. So make sure when you're adding things to your starter kit, which you can pick anything that is on our website to put in there. Right now, when you go to stampinup.com, you're not going to see the items that you will see once you go to shopdannygarola.com, go across, hit that join, and then once you put in your information and you start adding things to your starter kit, you're going to see so much more because now you, as a signing up as a demonstrator, you get to now get the option to pick those as well. Also, you're going to start from that point forward. Once you sign up on my team, you're going to start getting a discount on all of your future orders. You're going to get free shipping. Woohoo! Who doesn't love free shipping with all that amazing product that you're going to get? You're also going to get a free paper pumpkin in there. Now, if you don't want the glass mat and that's just not something that you think is going to help you in any way, shape, or form, you always have the option to go with option number two, which option number two is you get to add $30 more into that starter kit. So now instead of only picking $125, you get to now pick $155 worth of product for still that very, very low price of only $99. So hello, Veronica. Hello, Kim. So this is where I always tell everybody. So if you have a, list of items that you want to purchase, I'm going to tell you guys that it is so much wiser for you to just join the team. See what more is out there for you. You don't have to take it any further than that if you don't want, but joining my team is going to give you so much more because you're going to get a special exclusive only to you for being on my team. You are going to get a basic membership to Stamp Happy Academy. You might be paying for that right now, but when you join my team, you're going to get that free, which is full of PDFs. I think they put 3 new PDFs of our new products that are out. They put 3 new PDF classes on there, I believe 3 times. So you get 3 times a month, they put a new PDF on there. So it's just a wonderful way to have that support of if you're doing classes or if you just want to make beautiful cards, but you need that extra inspiration. It is a wonderful thing to have. Also, we have swaps, we have team meetings, we have all sorts of things that, please trust me when I say that you do not have to make a business out of this. If you just want to be a discount shopper and get all your items at a very, very discounted price, then join my team. It is just, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay? So those are the options that we have going on right now during celebrations. Speaking of celebrations, most of you guys have this brochure along with the other catalog and our mini catalog. If you do not, please either email me or on my blog, there is on every blog post, you can scroll down and you can request catalogs from me. I would love to send you some catalogs. These are really, really wonderful to have in your hands, because there is so much inspiration inside of these catalogs. Not only do you get to see new product, but you also get to see some beautiful cards that they've created on how to use the products that you're going to want to have. So again, Celebrations is one of those things that you earn free with every $50 that you spend or the $100. Okay, but in February, they made it even sweeter. So if there wasn't anything, or if you've already gotten all the Celebrations items that you wanted in January out of this, they've now brought you more to celebrate. So this is where they have given you guys more options to celebrate. So you've got a couple of stamp sets on here that once you spend, so everything with the little green icon on it, those are $50 freebies. So in other words, when you spend $50, you can pick any of those 8. If you spend $100, then once your items hit, or once your purchases hit $100, you can pick, they've added 2 more to the $100 ones. You could pick the Dragonfly Punch or the new 2023 new core color Stampin' Right markers, which I just got a pack of these because I thought, well, hey, why not? That's a pretty cool deal. And I don't have those yet. So I think I also got the Robot Buddies kit, and I got the Beside Me Cling Stamp. This is awesome for us as demonstrators who do businesses. We like to get these Celebrations because they also make great giveaways. Okay, so tell you a little bit about that. Okay, this month we have our February is our sweet springtime. It is all about Easter. Celebrate Easter and spring with this adorable cards and treat boxes. This is going to make 9 projects, 3 each of 3 designs. So not only is the content inside of this little kit amazing, but you're also going to get this cute little decorative box to go with it. It says comes in a unique box to match the season. So you can always use the box once you have made your cards and your little gift boxes. You can use the box as a little giveaway. I mean, not a giveaway, as a gift. So that's a really fun thing to do with your paper pumpkins. Now know that we also have the option, and this is normally the time when people use this prepaid, is during Celebrations, because you're going to get some extra perks when you buy your prepaid paper pumpkins for the year. So if you buy a 3-month subscription, you can qualify for one of our level 1 celebrations items. If you purchase the 6-month subscription, you can get 2 level 1s or 1 level 2. If you purchase the 12-month subscription prepaid, you can get the 4 level 1s or 2 level 2s. Plus, since your order is over $150, you're also going to qualify for some Stampin' Up rewards. And those are amazing because those are, it's free money to you that you get to use on anything that you want to add to your order. So, okay, as you guys can see, I made a new little graphic over here for my host code. So how this works is with my Make It Monday classes, I have a little kit that when you place an order of $35 or more and you use my weekly or my monthly host code, you are going to receive in the mail a kit that looks something like this. It's going to have all 3 of your cards organized by envelopes. You're also going to get project sheets in there on how to make the cards. On those project sheets, I also add the link to this video. So if you're more of a visual person like I am, I always like to refer back to a video to see exactly how the card is made. I try to explain it the best that I can understand it, but that doesn't always make sense to everybody else. So just know that that's why I put the link for the videos in there. Okay, so that is that. So let me show you guys the set that we're going to be using. So I have chosen to use the Country Bouquet since it is very Valentine's Day. Like I said, this has been around for a couple of catalogs now, so hopefully you guys already have this. And so then when you go in and place an order with me, you can get maybe some of the other papers or something else that I have, and then you will be able to stamp right on this and make the beautiful cards that I am going to create for you guys tonight. Now, do know that there is a punch that coordinates with this. It is called the Country Bouquet punch, and it has got the hearts and everything that kind of punches out with it. Okay, that is on page 75 in the annual catalog if you want to know exactly what I'm referring to. Let me move that. All right, let's do our giveaways before we get into our beautiful cards. All right, so for liking last week's video, so simply come in and throw me up some of those hearts, throw me up some thumbs. That helps me tremendously with the algorithm of how Facebook views my videos. It also will get you entered into a drawing for one of tonight's cards. I do the drawing on Monday of the following week, and that is how I draw names for those who like and share and comment in here. I love it when you comment and let me know what your weather's like. I'm a weather geek, so I really like to know people's weather. Let me know where you're watching me from. Very, very fun. I love to come back and read all those. So for last week, for liking my video, we did the hot air balloons in last week's video. This card is going to be going to Karen Clark, and I think I saw Karen on here. So Karen, I do not believe that I have your address. So if you can either email me at stampinthepinkbarn@gmail.com with your name and your address, that would be wonderful. Or if you're not into the whole email thing, if you can just go over to Messenger here on Facebook and send me your address, that would be wonderful. So I can get this in the mail to you so you can share this beautiful card with someone that you know that is having a birthday coming up. Really, really fun card. Okay, so that goes to Karen. All right, so for coming in here and commenting, I have this beautiful card right here. This was one of the other cards that we made. This is using the Petal Pink and the Azure Afternoon. Again, another really fun birthday card. This one is going to be going to Cheryl Grimlick. So Cheryl, this is coming your way. I do have your address. So very, very fun. then for coming in here and sharing my video. It's a huge ask for me to ask you to share my video. Simply go down, hit that little bottom arrow, and hit that blue share now. That's gonna share to your news feed. So any of your family or friends that are like on your page are gonna see that you just shared my video. That way, if they are interested in card making, stamping, any of that, they're gonna come in and watch our video. And it's always fun for you guys to see your friends pop in and, you know, see what's going on, say hi to you, give you a shout out for sharing. So for doing that, when you share the video, please come back and in the comments, write shared. I just need to see that you write that you've shared it so I can see who has shared it so I can put you in the drawing for the giveaway. So for sharing last week's video, Miss K Wire K, this is going to be coming your way. This is the Feels Like Home. This is a cling stamp set. Hi, welcome home. Yes, I do. One of those coffees that you sent me a picture of that has the caramel all over the top. Yes, that's what I want. I was like, shoot, you're not here to make me a coffee. I was like,
she sent cake for all you guys.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
So this is going to be going to Kay. So again, this is called Feels Like Home. All right. So congratulations, all of you winners. And thank you so much for helping me grow my business. I couldn't do it without you guys. And for some reason, this thing is just being goofy. So my husband went to, I think I told you guys last week that we were looking at getting MacBooks or Mac computers because we have all these other Apple devices, but I've always used a PC because it's just what I know. So I had him stop by the other day, and Costco has a phenomenal deal on their MacBook Airs right now. And I thought, okay, starting out, not knowing how to run a MacBook Air would be perfect for us to start with. So I got one and I have been loving it this whole last week. I have been learning so much. And whenever I get stumped, I just Google what the question is or what I'm trying to look at what to do. And lo and behold, boom, it's just right there and tells me exactly how to do it. And it's done. It is the easiest thing. So I'm really, really enjoying it. So today, my husband has seen how much I'm loving it. He went and bought himself one. So I was like, that is awesome. Welcome to the Apple family. All right, so let's get to tonight's cards. Our first card is going to be this very simple, clean, beautiful little Happy Valentine's Day card. I really, really love the way this turned out. Again, with that simple and clean look to it. I think that's just really, really lovely. So let me get out all of my cards that we're gonna need here. All of my product. And so for this first one, so I do want to let you guys know that when you get your kits in the mail, all of the stuff that goes on the front of your card will be in the front of your card base. Now, if anything goes in the inside of the card, like any kind of stamping, any kind of designer series paper, it is going to be between your envelope flap and the back side of your card base. Okay, just so you guys know, you're not like, whoa, what is going on here? I also have a thank you letter that I put in here, and I do state that in there, that I put the inside of the cards in between that and the back of the envelope. Okay? Because I know that can be confusing when you get it and you're like, what is all this different stuff in here? Well, that's why. All right. So I'm going to put my inside layers over here. Hello, Robin. Okay, my card base, this is thick, basic white. This is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I'm just going to fold that and burnish that down. Okay, we're going to use this landscape. My next piece is this beautiful Celebrations paper. Now, I know some of you might have overlooked this paper because it looks kind of very Valentine's Day, but I do want to let you guys know that there is so much more to this paper than just Valentine's. At first glance, that's where your mind goes. This is all about Love Day, right? Well, it doesn't have to be, because you've got on the flip side of all of this, you've got these beautiful little floral images that are all in gold foiling. You've got a marble looking print that is in that gold foil. You do have some hearts here, but then you've got some like paint swishes. Then you've got some of the like plaid. But then with this red here, there's some more of that marble on the back side of that, but ooh, yum.
I put a little vanilla powder that kind of came out a little bit quick, but
that's okay. I'll drink it. Trust me. Why am I kicking? So this one here, even though it's got the pinks and the reds, you could use this for so many different things. I really think this would go great for lots of birthdays. If you have thank you cards that you want to make, you can use this paper. So don't feel like if you've got this paper or if you were looking at it, but then you're like, I don't have really anybody to send Valentine's Day cards to. Don't overlook this paper. The fun thing you can do is you can take some of your, let's see here. Let me grab. This is my Stampin' blends. This is in the Sweet Sorbet. You can actually take this and you can come in here and you can color those flowers in on that. Same with over here, you've got these big roses that are in the foil. You can color those in with your Stampin' blends. So you could do a lot with this paper. I just don't want you to overlook it and not get it because you think it's too Valentine's Day. All right, so that is this piece here. Know that you will find all the dimensions to the papers that I'm using. You'll find them over on my blog tomorrow. So if you already have all this stuff and you want to recreate these cards, you can see exactly the measurements over there tomorrow. Stampinthepinkbarn.com. Hello, Patty. All right, so we're going to put this right in the center of this card base. Then we've got some scraps here. This is the inside. And then I've got a scrap of my, this piece here actually is my layer that I'm going to be using. This is going to be my focal point on this piece of basic white. I guess I can measure that really quick because I don't remember. It is 3 1/4 by 5. Then we have some scraps to do some stamping and then a scrap of our gold foil sheet so I can stamp out the little heart. All right, let me grab. I have tried to be very prepared today. Now, sometimes my over-preparedness trips me up. Okay, so we're gonna need this and we're gonna need the leaves. And we are going to be using the red and Flirty Flamingo and our Garden Green are the colors. We're also going to be using black for our sentiment. And why is this thing not wanting to stay? All right. Hello, Marcia. Okay, so what I'm going to do on my scrap here is, first of all, I like to always flip my punch over and see if I'm going to stamp, how is my orientation? Because if I'm to stamp a small little heart, I have to flip my paper upside down like this. So I would actually have to stamp up at the top. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to cut that out at the bottom. Does that make sense? So I like to see the orientation of how this is. Now, do know that if you were to stamp these two together, it's going to match exactly with this. Same with your leaves. There's a space in between here that's not going to get stamped. Your two leaves will get stamped, but they're going to match perfectly with the two little leaves there. So I like to just stamp that like that because then I can just put it in there. But again, if I stamp up at the top of that paper, my paper is not going to fit and I'm not going to be able to stamp that. So I know that for this, it's going to need to be towards the bottom of whatever piece of paper that I'm sliding in there so it will match with those leaves. I know that's probably trying to over-explain way too much, but I think you guys understand what I'm saying. All right, so to punch out, I need the real red. Now, at this point, I don't need to stamp or punch the little heart. Again, there is a break in between. So when I go to add ink to this, I'm only gonna put the big heart in my ink. I'm gonna do this on here so I don't make a bunch of noise. So I'm only dipping to that point into my ink, so I'm not inking up the little one. And then when I stamp that, just like so, it is coming out very, very lovely and not having to deal with that little heart because I don't need that right now. All right, so I only need one of those, but we do need to stamp this again. So I do need to make sure I clean that red off of there. At this point in time, I am done with the red because we will stamp the inside of that, but I'm not sure what we're gonna do with that yet. I do need to flip this around, and with my garden green, I'm going to take my leaves and simply stamp those right there, okay? Now I will need to have a third one of these, but at this point in time, I'm gonna do my punching first, and then I can come back in and re-stamp to line those up. Okay, so there's my heart. And then I'm gonna flip this around and I'm going to do my leaves. Okay, then I'm going to cut this part off. And there's a leaf. There's a green leaf, and here's a green leaf. Okay, set those aside, and then I need to go ahead and stamp my leaves again on this paper, just like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and punch those again. So are there any new shows that you guys are binge watching? I always like to look for anything that is new, that is out, that is a good show. Because I am a total night owl. And when I'm sitting there working at my desk, I love to have some kind of show on. I like to watch shows. Oh, I did watch the first season and I loved it. So of course, when the second season came out, I had to start watching that too. But Farmer Wants a Wife. It's very, very cute. I love to watch them. I'm so nervous for them. Every time they walk through and they are going to meet the guy or the guy's meeting the girl. It's just kind of cute. So I just started watching that. All right, so then with that gold foil, I just needed to slide that into that bottom heart because it doesn't matter which way it's facing because it's just gonna come out solid. I can put just a little strip of my gold foil in there. So there's my little cute heart. I'm gonna go ahead and close this up so I don't stick my fingers in it because I've been known to do that. We're gonna need Flirty Flamingo now. And with the Flirty Flamingo, knowing that I'm going to be stamping right on my little focal point that's gonna go on the front of my card, I'm going to just kind of place these down, just kind of no rhyme or reason. I mean, yes, rhyme or reason, the way that I want them to be orientated, but then that's going to show me, again, I'm only gonna be using the big heart, so I'm just gonna dip the big heart in that ink. Then, as I go to stamp this, I can see exactly where I need that, move all my other pieces, and go for it. Just like that. And while we've got this piece here, and we are, see, I stuck my finger in there already. While we're waiting for that to dry, we're just gonna kind of decide what leaves because we've got some big leaves and then we've got smaller leaves here. I think I'm going to go with the 2 small and the 1 big one. So we'll set that aside because we don't need it. And then we can start adding dimensionals to this and getting this put together. Now I'm going to use up the last of my scraps here on this dimensional because I'm thrifty like that. All right, so I'm just going to pop this right here on this heart. And I'm going to use just a little bit of a smaller piece from here. Okay, pull the backings off. And then that is going to go kind of like so. We're going to turn it. Now this will lighten up just a bit, that flirty flamingo. Then I'm going to take this and I'm going to add just a dot of glue to this little leaf. And that's going to get tucked right underneath here. Oh, the other show that I've been watching as well is on HBO Max. It's called True Detectives. It's in its 4th season, and it's the one with Jodie Foster in it. It's a little different, I'll tell you guys. If you haven't watched it, it almost seems like it takes place up in Alaska, which is, oh, so awesome. Grey's Anatomy is my favorite. Kim, you are in good hands with Grey's Anatomy. But I will tell you that you fall in love with those characters and you become very invested in their characters. You really do. I have to tell you that. It's kind of crazy because they actually just announced that they are going to be coming out with another season, which it is a long running TV show that Grey's Anatomy is. And I love it. But you really, I mean, it was sad when certain characters come and go. You just like, oh my gosh, it breaks my heart because you fell in love with them. And like I told you guys before, I'm still binge watching, what was it? Gilmore Girls. I'm still not finished with that. That was like, that has a ton of seasons in it as well. And every night I lay there and I watch that. I'm either in bed or I'm at my desk watching that. But just to give myself something a little bit different, I have started watching the True Detectives, and it takes place up in Alaska, and I love Alaska. It's beautiful up there. It's cold, and where they're at, they're actually in, I think they're in Fairbanks, and their main spot I think is in Anchorage. But it's very cool because it does. It really kind of goes back to the history of the natives that live there. So it's kind of pretty neat to watch. Okay, so what do I need to do? I need to pop up this little heart. I need something little. My husband doesn't really get into the shows that I watch, so I have to kind of lay there and watch them by myself. He's watched the other True Detectives with me when the other ones came out, but this one he just doesn't seem to be too interested in. So I'm like, oh, it's okay. I'll watch it by myself. Nothing but love, nothing but love. He watches things that I cannot get into. So I'm just like, all right, this is my thing. You do your thing. Him and my son, they love that. What was it? What was it called? Breaking Bad. That's what it is. They watch the ever-living heck out of that show. Like, they're keeping that show, like, in company because they watch it so much. And I can't. I've tried to start watching it with my son because my son's always like, it's the best show ever. You're going to love it. Da 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 da. And I've tried. It's not for the sake of not trying. It's just, it's not my thing. I'm not into the whole drug dealer gang banging kind of thing. I mean, there are parts, don't get me wrong, that are funny in it, but it's not my thing. So I go, well, you guys can sit here and watch it, and I just catch bits and parts as I'm walking by. But I told him, I go, nope, not something I can ever really get into. What did Kim say? Kim said, is True Detectives looks kind of creepy. That's what I was kind of getting at. It is a little different this time. The last couple of seasons, I wouldn't say that they were, well, they might be, they're detective shows, definitely. So there's some eerie things that go on, but this season, it almost seems like it's going to go to like that alien thing. And I don't get into alien shows. Those are not my thing. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I was actually just telling my husband this. I said, I go, this better not turn into an alien movie, because that's just going to make me mad that I've already been watching this many seasons or this many episodes. And if it turns weird and goes into like extraterrestrial stuff, it's just going to make me mad. So he goes, I don't know. He goes, I'm not watching it. You are. So you'll have to let me know. So this one is a little on the darker, kind of creepier side. Some things happen in the beginning that you're just like, okay, nothing explained. But as it goes, I mean, if you're into detective shows, which I'm very much of a detective, like I love those kind of shows. I sit there and I watch like those shows Snapped and what's the other one on those true crime TV shows? Forensic Files. I love those. So it's always been a show that I've really liked. So I thought, okay, well, it's got Jodie Foster in it. I mean, she's a good actress. I've liked some of her other movies. So I thought, we'll try it. But like I said, if it goes into some weird extraterrestrial stuff, I'm going to be kind of mad. So we'll see. Okay, then so there is my completed card. I haven't adhered this down yet, but because I'm going to have a coughing fit. But I am going to come in with some of my pastel adhesive back sequins. I'm going to be using the gold ones. I'm almost out. I have an order coming in on Thursday. So I actually am going to be using some of the Neutrals adhesive back sequins if I need some more of those, because they're the same gold. So hopefully we'll get those through our cards. So let me go ahead and adhere this one down. So this piece here is going to go from top to bottom of your card, just like that. And then you're going to have the two little white sides on the sides of your card. Then this gets, you can choose to pop this up if you wish. But since I'm adding an extra layer in the inside, I'm going to keep it more on the flat side and go like so. Reacher, yes, my husband is watching that. He really likes that show. That guy is huge. Oh my word. I was like, he kind of sexy, but he a big dude. All right, so now I'm going to come in here and put some of these embellishments on here just to bring in some more of that gold in here. If I can pick this up. Yeah, Netflix is the one that I am watching Gilmore Girls on. And then I'm going to do one more big one right over here, just like that. Okay, isn't that pretty? And again, with that simplicity, I just really think that is a beautiful card. All right, then for my inside, I'm going to have to cut this piece down because it's awfully big. I think we're going to go ahead and cut that down. Let's try to do, oops. Let's go ahead and do 4 by 5 1/4. And that way we're going to go ahead and cut Maybe we'll just leave it. I think maybe that'll be good with just a little hint. Get off of me. I'm gonna actually cut this to, I'm gonna do 5 1/8 and then give myself, and we're gonna do this at 3 7/8. That will give me just a little trim of this around the outside. Ugh, come on. And then this, we're gonna have to cut this down to, let's see, what did I cut this to? Yep, 5 1/8. Get that little tidbit off there. All right, remove everything. And then we will go ahead and add this to here. So I'm just bringing in a 1/2 inch of that designer series paper into the inside. I'm going to add that to the bottom, leaving just a little white space. I think that really is attractive when you leave a space there. It's kind of that eye appeal. Okay. And then we are going to adhere that straight to our red. Now this is just going to have just a little thin rim of that red. And against the inside of that, that is white. It's going to be really pretty. See? Isn't that nice? Okay, what did we say? Happy Valentine's Day. I think, did I put an inside to this one? I didn't, but I think I want to use, let me see some of our sentiments. So we have, the really fun thing about this is I like that it says, just wanted to say, and then you could put quite a few of these different sentiments on the inside of this card. I put Happy Valentine's Day on the outside. I love that we are friends. For you, I love you. With love, just wanted to say, and then Happy Valentine's Day. I think Happy Valentine's Day. I think I'm just gonna say, I love you. Oops, and I already have that over here. Okay. So because I used black on the sentiment out here, I'm going to carry that over into the inside. And I'm just going to put that right down here, like so. And then just leave it very simple like that. I think that is so pretty because, again, we're going with that simplified look to this card. Okay. Sweet and simple, but elegant in the same sense. What do you guys think? You guys like card number 1? All right, so let's get to card number 2. So card number 2 is just kind of a fun little layout here. I really think this is cute. I love how those two papers coordinate together. You've got that Flirty Flamingo and the Real Red again. Now, when you look at this paper, there are only 3 colors for this paper. So you don't have to own a bunch of colors to use this paper. You've got the Flirty Flamingo, Gold, and Real Red. So you've just got the 3 colors that coordinate with this. Very, very fun. Sorry, you guys. So we're going to go ahead and make this one. I really like these colors also on this gray. I think the gray really kind of just makes this pop with all the colors. So let's go ahead and find the kit for this. Set all my scraps aside, move this. Okay, we've got some inside pieces for this as well. Okay, I'm gonna set those aside, my inside pieces. Hopefully I don't lose them. And then we're gonna get to all these different pieces here. So what I need first is I need my base, which I am using basic gray, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Hello, Frida. Okay, there is our card base. Then I have a piece of that designer series paper that is called the Most Adored. And I am using the hearts that will go down next. And then I've got 2 strips that of the back side has got the little gold hearts. These are 1-inch strips. Now I have 1 inch by 4 and 1 inch by 4 1/4 or 5 1/4. Then I've got, I brought in of course, my stylish Shapes dies. These are probably the most used dies I've ever owned. Out of Stampin' Up. These things have just come in handy with so many of my cards. So what I have done is I have grabbed the big square and I cut that out of a piece of basic white. So I love that these give you that stitching look around the outside. So there's that. And then what I have done is I have just taken that, measured it, and just very, very slightly, 1/8 of an inch, cut out a piece of that gold foil to kind of just layer that on. Then I took throwing dies around here. Don't lose these guys. These guys are too used. I took the little tiny, well, not the smallest, but the second to smallest little circle. It's got those stitched little marks around it. And I have this little tiny circle right here. So what I'm gonna do with this circle so I can get it to dry is I'm gonna go ahead and stamp it first. And then you also need a scrap piece of basic white. She must see javelinas out there. Oh, so we've been, the last couple of weeks, we've been having a little, what do you call them, herd? I don't know what they're called. I don't know what a group of javelinas are called, but we've been having javelinas come into the yard, and they are, hello, Vicky, hello, Cheryl. They are getting into the birds' water and drinking the water out of there. But the dogs will go outside and they absolutely go nuts and scare those javelinas off. So for this, since this is a non-porous piece of gold foil, I need to use ink that is going to stick to that and not create a problem. Like if I was to put Memento on there, it would slide right off. Like it would stick to anything and everything that touched it. So using my StazOn, and this is what StazOn is for non-porous paper or whatever, plastics or anything like that. So I'm just gonna use my StazOn and I'm just gonna stamp towards the lower end, watching both sides of my stamp. Now, when you stamp on this, you wanna make sure that you stamp straight down and then straight up. Clearly this got stuck, but just saying, you wanna go straight down then up. You don't wanna like move it around or try to do that because it will slide, it's still wet, the ink is, but you wanna go down and then up and pull it straight off so you get a crisp image. Otherwise it will smear. So that's gonna dry where you can then touch it and it won't smear. But for now, I'm just gonna take this, give it a couple of seconds to dry and set that off to the side. And then I'll work on everything else that I need to do. All right, so then what I have is I'm going to use the 2 big images of, they're like floral images of the hearts. So I've got right here, these 2 coordinate together to make a really lovely filled in floral looking heart. So I'm going to use both of those. Those are going to go on my scrap. So I need my Flirty Flamingo and I need my Real Red. So I think I'm going to go ahead and stamp my, I was thinking which one is easier to do first. I think I'm going to do Flirty Flamingo first because it's easier to see the, when I go to do the Real Red after that. So I'm going to do the more of the leaf looking one of the two. You have one that has flowers and little hearts, and then you have one that has more of a leaf background to it. I'm going to do the leaves in my Flirty Flamingo. And to keep it from tapping on the glass, I need to keep remembering to put this over here. And so I'm going to do that first on this scrap. Just like that. Okay, so you have all these little leaves. Then with my Real Red, I'm going to come in with all the little hearts and the flowers. And these line up. Hopefully you guys don't get my big head in the screen, but in order to see what I'm doing, you might just get my head in there. See how that all lines up? It makes just a beautiful little heart. You know what? I might need to turn this off because my other little device there is not working very well for me. So let me hit that. Oops, as I just stuck my arm right in that. 2 seconds, you guys. I need to pull up this on my computer because this thing is having issues where I can't watch myself. Okay, so now what I need to do with this heart is I need to fussy cut it, and it's not very hard because you have a heart. And you just go right around the edge, just watching your distance between the stamped image and where you're cutting. Okay, just like that. So we've got this really cute little heart. Well, I guess it's not going to work on here either. I don't know what is going on. Just enough to drive me crazy. Yep, that's how it works. All right, so there's our heart that we need. Very easy to fussy cut that. If you're not a fan of fussy cutting, which I am not, this is easy to fussy cut. You're not putting yourself out too far there. All right, so now what I need to do is I'm going to go ahead and adhere these two together. Yeah, I've had this set for quite some time, and when it first came out, I really had fun with it. It was in one of our mini catalogs. I think it was in last spring's or January, April mini catalog, and I had gotten it then. And then when I saw that it was inside of the annual catalog, I was so excited because I really, look how fancy she makes this. And it's kind of died down a little bit, but she makes such fun, fancy little coffees. Ooh, yum, yum, yum. She sent me pictures. She made that cup of coffee last night. She had a cup. And so she sent me pictures and she goes, don't forget, tomorrow when you come over to do your video, I'm going to make you a coffee. And then when I got over here today, I was sad because she wasn't here. They went next door to the neighbor's house and they had birthday cake. It was his birthday next door. So that's why when she just came in, she was like, you ready for that coffee? Oh, yes. Coffee, please. The other really cool thing about this paper is I'm going to tell you lining things up is so perfect because you've got these hearts and they're all in a row and then you've got lines on this paper. So lining things up, as you can just see right along there, which I have this just a little bit crooked. Not that it's the end of the world, but see how nicely that lines up? Because then you can just see exactly your lines against the hearts. It's just kind of nice. Okay, I'm gonna flip this over. I kind of like that red towards the outside. And then again, watching those hearts. I'm gonna move this over just a skosh on the side of those. And then there we go. There is that. Then this, I'm going to adhere straight down, but we need to, I'm gonna come in with, this is the Real Red and Burlap ribbon combo pack. And once I can get it out of here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a length that is just a little bit longer than my square here. And I'm just going to take this and using just regular Scotch tape, I'm going to flip this around to the back and just tape this. The same thing to this side. Make sure that's somewhat straight. Okay, that we're going to pop up right on the side of that. Wait a minute, where did my other dimensionals go? I want to use up, instead of opening a new one, I want to use up all these pieces that are extra. I don't like to waste. I'm very frugal like that. Okay, that is going to go right like, I'm going to turn that just a little bit. Okay, that is going to go right on there, like so. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere that. It's so funny. I don't know if Veronica is still in here watching, but it's so funny. I was just totally thinking about you the other day. Veronica lives here locally in town. And for some reason, she was just on my mind. We had a, for one of our local demonstrator get-togethers, we had a luncheon at one of the golf cart or golf course, like, what is it called? Like a country club. And she was there and I met her. And so she's just been on my mind. And so it was kind of crazy that she just popped in here. I haven't seen her in a while. I was hoping that she was doing okay. Okay, so we're going to go like that. Then I'm going to take some of this ribbon. Hello, Linda. Hello, Wendy. All right, hold on a second here. I need, well, I guess I don't need. All right, we're going to just tie a little bow with this. Pull this through. Just like so. Well, I said a little bow. It's wanting to go big here. Okay, wasn't I just bragging last week that I've gotten good at making bows? Well, I think I lied. Because it is proving me wrong right now. Oh my goodness, it's because my hands are not wanting to work. So let's figure this out. Get in there, stay together nicely. We're getting there. We're getting there, guys. Sorry. Okay, we're going to call that good. And I'm going to quit playing with it because it's going to drive me bananas. Okay, I'm just going to cut that and do the same thing over here. Okay, there's our little bow. All right, now this little bow is just going to lay right like so. So I'm going to use a little glue dot. We're going to roll it up like a little taco, a little snot dot here. And I'm just going to place that right there. And then I need to grab a tissue really quick, and I don't know where all of her Kleenex went. Ah, hold on just a second, you guys. Take a drink of coffee, and lo and behold, it makes my nose start running because of the warmth of that coffee. Okay, so there is that. Now we're gonna come in with this little piece right here. Let me move this. So let me show you what we have to do to this. So the reason why I said we want to stamp low on that is because we are going to put this up here. We're just gonna cut off the top portion. Just watching those words. Just like that. Cut the top portion off of that. Now, it probably would have been wiser for me to stamp after I cut it, but you guys know me, I'm a little bit backwards. So what we're gonna do with this is we're gonna take this little, it's almost like a tag now, and it is just going to get bumped right above the, or right on the hearts, but it's gonna hit the designer series paper, the lined paper, and that's gonna go just like that, and that's gonna be our little sentiment. But because we've got all this gold going on here, we need to bring in our little embellishments here. And we're gonna go like this. We're gonna take one of these little ones and we're gonna put it in this little flower. Then I think I need to grab this package because I need another little one. And this is gonna go on this flower. And then I've got some big ones here. And this is just gonna go down there, just like that. To add some bling to the inside or to the outside of that. Then this gets adhered right to our gray. Now, you see how pretty that is by itself, but wait till we add it to the gray. Something about this dark gray just really, I think, makes this pop. I think it's just that dark contrast with all the reds and pinks. It would probably look good on black as well. I didn't even think about that, but it would probably be really pretty on a black card base. Okay. So there is the card. Now where, okay, I was gonna say, I know I had the insides already taken out of here. So I have this is a 3/4 inch. Yep, a 3/4 inch piece of that heart paper. You could use the pink if you want. Again, we're gonna put this across the bottom. Leaving just a little white space, like so. Take another drink of this beautiful coffee. That's probably a horrible sound for you guys, that slurping sound of all the froth on the top. I just thought about that. I was like, you guys could probably hear that, and that's probably not cute. Anyways, it's very tasty. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp in the inside of this. So what I'm going to do is grab out my black Memento ink, since we have the black on the front here, and I am going to stamp the sentiment. Let's use these leaves one. Says, I love you, and I'm going to put, I love that we are friends. Because, I mean, I tell my friends that I love them. It doesn't mean, some people take that to extremes, but I do. I love my friends. And I'm not ashamed of that. Okay, then I'm going to take my Flirty Flamingo. And there's 2 little solid hearts, and then there's also 2 little open hearts. I'm going to use the solid hearts for this and my Flirty Flamingo. And I am going to stamp those 2 there, and then I'm going to do the same thing over here. Just like that. Just to add a little bit of that pink on the inside too. Then that's going to go right in the inside of this card. Okay, just like that. And voila, card number 2. Very, very cute. So festive. All right, let's do card number 3. Now, card number 3 is just, oh, look at this, you guys. Is this not just gorgeous? Okay, well, let's get to it. Let me show you guys how this one is done. So for this, I've actually used the Share a Milkshake for part of the element. I have used this little waffle, like, I guess that's what that's called. I have used that, and I've cut that out twice on a piece of gold foil, just to let you guys know. And that is what has given me these background little pieces. So if you see those and you're like, where the heck did those come from? That's where those came from. So they were from a different set. Let me get all the fixins for this one. All right, hold on a second. Let me get this out of here because I don't need those anymore. I am gonna need the closed little heart. And where is my, think I'm going to, nope, we're not gonna use that one, but I will use that block. So let me get this off. We're going to use the sentiment that says, just wanted to say. So let me put that on here. I do like moving the sentiments around on those because sometimes it gets, you know, kind of redundant when you're always stamping in the center. It just kind of adds a little bit of different, you know, appeal to the card. Same with like doing it in there. I don't know. Some people either love it or hate it. So I just think it kind of just gives you something different to think about when you're making cards. So I like showing to do that every once in a while. All right, let me get that out of the way. Get myself a little bit organized here. Hence the fact, little bit. All right, get all my pieces. Organization, I say that like that's a thing when you're crafting, right? Who's ever organized when they're crafting? Surely not me. You guys see the mess that I make. There's my insides, my guts to my card. I have a piece of petal pink here. This is going to be my card base. I'm going to go ahead and burnish this down. So this is going to be a portrait style. I'm just going to tuck those in there so I don't lose them. These are those two little like waffle screen things that are with the milkshakes. So I have already punched those out to have those already ready for us. We are going to need some scraps of our petal pink, which I just have there. And then for this paper, I am using the pink marbly with the little flowers and the heart. This is 4 by 5 1/4. That's going to be our first layer. Then I have some of this paper. This is the distressed gold paper. So it is not just plain gold, but it does have some distressed in there. Because if you look at our plain gold, let me pull out a piece of it and show you the difference. So you've got plain gold, and then you've got distressed gold. And they're really both equally pretty. It just depends on whether or not you want some texture, which I kind of was going with that shabby chic kind of texture with this card. I also have just a little square of the vellum. That's going to go on there. And then the piece that I need, these are scraps over here. I need what is this? This is 3/4 inch little strip of this. This is going to go down here. So I'm going to go ahead and attach that or adhere that first. Okay, leaving about a 1/2 inch over on the side. I'm going to put the distressed gold there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and adhere this straight to this card base. And this is going to drive me nuts, so it needs to get out of the way. Because everything we're going to do it right on this card front. So we might as well get this on here. Like so. Then this piece of vellum, let me look at my other card here. This piece of vellum is going to go kind of like the diamond shape. It's going to go on there just like so. Now, since I know that the middle of this is going to be covered, I'm not worried about putting a little bit of glue on just on the center part because we're going to see some of these corner points. So I'm going to leave those unadhered. And I'm going to place that right in the center. Give that a second to adhere. Then with my little screen like waffle cone looking shape here, just like every other of the little lines, I'm just going to put just a little dot of glue. And this one, I'm just going to kind of just place just like that. Really no special place for it. It's going to get, the majority of it's going to get covered, but you are going to see just a hair of it shining through. So that's why I put those on there. I really kind of like that textured look. We're also going to be bringing in, this is the Simply Elegant trim, and we're going to use some of this. So let me set that up there so I don't forget to add that. Okay, we're going to come in with the next one. And again, just adding just a little bit of glue. Just like so. I'm going to take it and I'm going to just put it going this way. Okay. And I know that doesn't look like anything yet, but trust the process. It's going to be beautiful. All right. Now what's next? I'm going to take this punch here and I'm going to punch out, I need 2 of the big hearts. And there's the other one. Okay, 2 of those, and then I need 1 of the little ones. Well, try not to waste too much of that, but okay, there we go. This is all garbage. All right, so we need 2 large, 1 little. Now we're gonna come in with this one. We're gonna need 2 littles. There's a little. And there's a little. Toss that. Okay, now with this piece, I'm going to come in here. I need to grab the gold embossing powder and the little embossing buddy, and I'm just gonna put that on there, just tap, 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 and set that aside so I don't lose it. Then I've got my open heart here, and I need Versamark. Where are you? I need my Versamark pad. I'm gonna put the lid on that. Try to find myself here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is take the Versamark pad, and I'm going to stamp this twice. I'm gonna go once there, and then I'm gonna move over a bit here and stamp it again. So I try to make sure when I use this, and seeing that might not work even. Oh yeah, that'll work, okay. Because you do have the leaves that come out, so I have to be careful that it doesn't cover that one too. Then, move those up, and then I need to come in here with the gold embossing powder. And I'm going to emboss these. Oops, I flicked that a little too hard and just knocked all the powder off. All right, and then I'm going to flip this. I should have stamped the sentiment while I was thinking. I'm going to do the just wanted to say. I'm going to do it over here though. And I'm going to give myself some space because we are going to be using the Stylish Shapes dies again for the banner for this sentiment. Okay, give that a little swirl there. Okay, beautiful. Now we're going to, see, I keep dusting this off. Okay, that's better. Now let me get the lid on this because I don't want to have my heat tool blow any of this out of here and make a hot mess. Ask me how I know. Been there, done that. All right, let me get my heat tool out here. Plug this bad boy in. Okay, I am going to be making some noise, so. Whoops. Hello, Peggy. So I'm gonna let this. All right, Patty, you have a wonderful night. Thanks for coming in. Let that heat up just a second. It only takes moments for that to heat up. And then as you'll see, this is just going to melt like butter and turn shimmery or shiny, I guess. So it turns from that powder look to that glossy gold. Okay, just like that. Let me set that aside so it can cool. Ah, almost tossed that. Okay, so then I'm going to take and punch these hearts out. If I can see what the heck I'm doing here. All right, there's one. One is the loneliest heart. You're not lonely anymore. Okay, there's that. And then with this, I am going to take the Also Loved Stylish Shapes, try to find the one that I need in this hot mess. I'm going to use this small little banner here, and I am going to cut that out just like so. All right, so I'm going to come over here and do that. Okay, so there's that little piece. Put my die away here. All right, let's get to putting this together. So what we need to do is we are going to take our two little pink hearts that we just embossed, and we are going to add dimensionals to the back of those. All right, and then one of our little gold distressed hearts, we're going to add some dimensionals to it as well. All right, then we're going to start just adding these on there. But first, I forgot the most important part. I needed to add some of this. So I'm going to take it and I'm just going to roll it like 3 fingers together just twice, holding both of my ends together like so. I'm just going to cut that. And then I'm going to take a mini glue dot. And with this mini glue dot, I'm just going to put the ends over that mini glue dot like so. And then pull that off. And then I'm just going to place that right in the center there. So it's going to be facing the bottom right corner over here. Okay, and don't worry about that moving around and stuff, because as soon as we add all of our elements, it will all stay in place. So then with one of my hearts, I'm going to add this right kind of towards the center. Then this little heart, or no, what do I need next? I need, there it is, my gold distressed. It's popped up. I'm going to place that right like so. Then with my other little, I'm going to cover up the meeting portion of those two. Okay. Then this heart is going to get tucked down behind both of those. I probably should have put it on there first. Let's pull this one back off really quick. This is going to just get adhered straight down. I'm going to tuck it behind that and just push it in there like so. Hold it for a few seconds so it gets kind of pushed down.
All right, and then this one, this is where this is gonna come. Kind of just hide all those parts in the center there. There we go. All right, and then this little distressed heart here is gonna go up in this top corner. And then we're gonna take these and we're just going to pop these in. Now, one side, if you look at it, you could do it either that way with the hump being on the right side, or you can flip it where it's, you know, different shapes. So you can do it either way. This is gonna get tucked right in between here. And this one is gonna get tucked right over here. I think I need a little bit more glue than that, like that. Okay, and then this is going to go just like so. We're gonna go ahead and grab, now you can play with this little, with your little trim there. I'm going to get out just a couple of these little pieces, cut these out, and do right across there and one at the end. Just like that, okay? Then we're going to place this, but I want that little piece of that heart to be popped up. So you can come in here and mess with this trim and move it around the way you want it so you can see it. I'm gonna go right to there because I want to make sure that I don't cover my sentiment with the top of that heart. But I want these little things, come on. There we go. To be just like so. There we go. Push that down, voila, there is our beautiful. Now, let's add some embellishments to just give it a little bit more bling because we can. Where are they here? So I'm going to use the Naturals Adhesive Backed gems for this. And I am going to take a little one and put it right on this vellum, a big one right over here, and then another big one right up here. There we go. I think that's good. We've got so much gold on this card. It's just such a glam card. Okay, I'm gonna pull this one off, hopefully, because I think it needs to go down just a little bit further. No, I'm gonna leave it alone because I'm gonna wind up tearing that paper and it's not that big of a deal. All right, let's do an inside to this card. So I have that same paper, again, down at the bottom, tying it all together. This one, I'm gonna move up just a little bit further. And then, because we have the sentiment that says, just wanted to say, again, you've got options here. You can say, I just wanted to say Happy Valentine's Day. I wanted to say with love. I wanted to say, I love that we are friends. Just wanted to say, I love you. I think that's sweet. I think maybe I'm just going to do Happy Valentine's Day because that's, you know, that's just general. And this card can then kind of be opened up to so many different people, but still keep that Valentine's theme. So let me find, I through the Happy Valentine's Day somewhere. Where did my... That's not gonna work. Okay, we need this big one here. So let's see. We could go there. But you know what? Since we don't have really any other colors going on here, I think I'm going to stamp this in Petal Pink. And I didn't bring Petal Pink over, so I have to grab my mom's. So let me find it here. Since I didn't grab that color. There she is. I think this time I am going to do this right in the center, like so. Let that marinate for a second, and there we go. And now that can go right in our card here. Hello, Bonnie. Okay. And there is card number 3. So let me get some of these things moved so I can bring in all 3 of these cards. I'm going to actually grab the pig. The pig has not eaten in a while, so there we go. The pig needed to have some dimensional backings. All right, let me see. There we go. All right, so there are our 3 cards for tonight. Let me burnish these down a little bit more, see if they'll stay closed, because once you put that inside layer in there, kind of gives them a little bit of a pop-up. So there we go. There are our 3 beautiful Valentine's Day cards, just in time for our festive day coming. I hope you guys enjoyed these, and I hope to see you guys create some of these, because again, I'm pretty sure a lot of you have this set. If not, you're definitely going to want this set now. So when you place a $35 order with me, $35 or more, and you must use my current host code, you're going to get the kit in the mail to create these 3 cards. The one thing you will not get is I will not send embellishments, but all the ribbons you're going to get in there. The other thing is I will, like this little piece here, as long as it's not stamped, I will try to die cut it for you. Like this, you're going to have to fussy cut and stamp and do all that. But all the other little pieces, I will die cut them for you. Clearly, the hearts need to be stamped, so I will just give you the scraps. You can punch those and stamp them. Alrighty, so just know that you will get everything that you need to recreate these beautiful cards. If you don't have this stamp set, that might be something that you want to order and have to create these cards. All right, you guys, have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for coming in here and spending your evening with me. I love you all so much. All right, you guys, bye-bye.